Hello and welcome to this next episode of Dealing with Brightspace. And what we're going to be looking at right now is going to be how to create quizzes inside of Brightspace. Let's go right to Brightspace now. And you'll see here I am in my sandbox. And for the sake of this particular episode, I'm going to go to the assignments section here and click on that, and it gives me the ability to create assignments, discussions, and quizzes. So I click on quizzes and it brings me to this area right here. There are no quizzes currently in this class, so I select new quiz, and this brings me to an interface that allows me to set the properties, including the name, adding the questions, a description, and whatnot. Restrictions, where I think I have to name it first. This is going to be Chapter 1 quiz. Then I go to restrictions, and this is where you set your due dates, any conditions that you might apply to this, the timing of the quiz, and any special access. And finally over here to assessment, this is where I would create the graded component of this in the gradebook. This does not happen automatically. You have to add this item to the gradebook. So we'll go back to properties, and my goal here is to create a 1-question quiz. I'm going to go into this interface, and this allows me to either import test banks or to add questions one at a time by writing them out. So I'm going to add a new question. I'm going to make it a true and false question. And this brings me to an interface where I can put in my text, and this is, I'm going to say, is Brightspace fun to use? Actually, that should be a statement. Brightspace is fun to use. True or false? And if the answer is true, I will select that. That makes true the correct answer. And I can assign a point value to this question right there. I'll make that worth 100 points. I save that. And I have one question in my Chapter 1 quiz worth 100 points. I go back to settings. I can set all this information here, save and close. And here in the assignment section under quizzes, I have one quiz that is there. Now if I go back to content and I want to put that quiz into the folder for Chapter 1. So I've created the quiz for Chapter 1, and now I want to go back into the content area and place the quiz into that folder that's on the main page. I click on Chapter 1. I'm right here, and instead of creating something here, I look at existing activities. I scroll down here to quizzes, and I select this quiz, and it puts it right there. That's the one that's the broken one. That's what I did a while ago when I was testing this. So here's the Chapter 1 quiz, but notice right over here, it's still hidden. So if I want to make that visible to my students, I click there, and I can select that it's now visible. At this point, if I go to, let me get rid of this piece right here. I'll delete that. That's the old quiz. Right now, this Chapter 1 folder has a quiz in it. If I go to Review as Learner, Content, Chapter 1, there's my Chapter 1 folder. Brought me right back to where I was, Chapter 1 quiz. And I have created a quiz in the quiz section, and then I put a link to that quiz in my Chapter 1 folder. And that is how it's done.